many words that can describe the feeling of finally going to a place you've always dreamt of. Something between awe and wonderstruck. And that is exactly how I felt when I saw Paris for the first time. A place that has dazzled me throughout my entire youth and charmed me with its culture, the streets I've imagined walking 1,000 times, and the breathtaking views that once lived only in my dreams. Welcome to Paris. Time for a nap. So cute! Oh my gosh. We're in Paris. I think it's like 6:45 right now. We do have a dinner reservation at 7:30, but we're gonna kind of go explore the area. And we did both just take like 2, maybe 3-hour naps, which we weren't really planning on doing, but we were so exhausted that we had to. I think we both slept for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour total on the plane. So we were so tired, and it's weird because it's like 6-7 o'clock here, but like at home it would be like 12 o'clock right now. So we're definitely thrown off, but it's really pretty. I can't believe that I'm honestly here. After walking up the hill to see le Sacré-Cœur, we made our way down to Lulu for dinner. Famished and awestruck, we let the waiter choose our dishes and wound up with a table full of risotto and baba ganoush. We wandered the streets for hours, amazed by the views and the quaintness of the streets. Montmartre charmed me instantly. We finished the night in the best way possible with some gelato from Amarino before heading back to the hotel to settle down for the night and prepare for the next day. Good morning, guys. Okay, we're in Paris. I'm gonna get ready and start doing my makeup while I catch you up because so much has happened in the past 2 days. It feels just like a blur. First of all, the flight was pretty miserable. We really could not sleep. So when we landed and like got through customs, we had a terrible car ride from the airport. The driver was horrible. It was the most jerky drive. Like, he wouldn't put on cruise control. It was just like accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. He wouldn't just like hold the gas. It was really weird. But then we got to our Airbnb, which was beautiful. We carried, actually my boyfriend carried our bags up 6 flights of stairs to the 5th floor. It was really pretty. It was a beautiful Airbnb. The balcony was gorgeous. It was not clean, let me just say. Like, you could tell it wasn't really well cleaned, like actually clean. Like, the floors felt dirty. There was kind of just dirt in it. And then we were so tired. Like, we literally basically stayed up all night. We were like, yeah, we absolutely need a nap before we go, you know, actually start our day. He was in the bathroom and I go over to the bed and like open up the bed and there was a bug on the bed and I was like, no way this place has bed bugs. I looked in really closely. I took a few pictures and then I found a second bug and they looked the same, but one of them was smaller and I couldn't tell if it was a bed bug because I've never seen one before, but I immediately was like, no. And even if it wasn't a bed bug, I don't know, bro, there were bugs in our bed. That's not really a good sign. So I was like, what do we do? I was so hungry, had not eaten a meal all day, absolutely exhausted, tired, and now we had to try to find a new place to stay. That was just really stressful. So we messaged the Airbnb people too. were like, I think there might be bed bugs. They were like, what? No way. We were like, I think there are. We sent them some pictures and videos of the little bugs crawling in the bed, just like standing in the middle of the room because we didn't want any bed bugs to get in our stuff or anything. We're looking for a hotel. I find one and I kind of just book the first one that I find. We leave, carry the suitcases all the way back down the stairs, take another Uber to this hotel, which is nice, but it is so small. I can't even believe how small it is. It's literally like the bed takes up the whole room. There's a very small bathroom. The counter has no space at all, but like whatever. At that point I'm just like, at least we have somewhere to stay. We get to this hotel yesterday and we have to take a nap. We're so tired. We set an alarm for maybe like 1 or 2 hours, I think, and then I think we maybe slept for like 2 to 3. So we woke up, we were like, oh my god. I've actually never been jet lagged before, and I've never even gone somewhere far enough to where the time zones are that different to like affect me in this way. So this was totally a learning experience for me, because I was like, no, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get there and we're gonna have a full day. There was just no way. So we went around. We actually had a really fun, I mean, I vlogged kind of like the places we went last night, and that was super cute. Today we had a full day planned, and I pretty much have us waking up at 6 or 6:30 every single day on the itinerary. That's what I put. There's just no way. There's no way that's happening. I think if we went to a time zone that was like later than our time zone, that might have been possible, but we're 6 hours earlier. So we're already fighting that, and then I'm putting that we're waking up even earlier than like I normally wake up. It's just not gonna happen. We had a whole morning already that was supposed to have happened that we couldn't do, but it's okay. I'm just going with the flow. I think the first place we're gonna head is the Panthéon. We also have tickets for another museum, the Musée de l'Orangerie. That's at 2. Anyways, I'm getting ready as fast as I can. The other thing is, oh my god, I know that smoking is like stereotypically, and not even stereotypically, but like kind of stereotypically a part of French culture. Like it's very common in France. I have never seen so many people smoking in my life. Oh my gosh. People that I think look like they're in high school and they're like smoking cigarettes. I'm like, what? Like just the smell of cigarette smoke everywhere. And then last night we get back to our hotel after, you know, walking around for like 5 hours. It smells like smoke in the room. Cigarette smoke is something that instantly gives me a headache. Like in 2 seconds of smelling it, immediately headache every single time. So that's really unfortunate for me. But the room did start smelling like smoke, and I'm pretty sure it was coming through the air vents. Then I was like, okay, we're turning off the air conditioning. We opened up the window, which it doesn't really smell any better outside. But it didn't smell like smoke outside. I knew that wasn't where the smoke was coming from. We turn off the AC, open the window for a while, air it out. I'm like, okay, it smells a little bit better. Then we go to bed and wake up and we're like sweating. We're like, okay, we need to turn the air on. And it smells like smoke even then. So we turn on the air and I'm like, okay. And then immediately the room smells like smoke again. I was like, I thought this was a one-time thing. I could not fall back asleep at that point. I was just tossing and turning. I was like putting my head under the blankets trying to get away from it. Then we opened the window for a little bit and I was tossing and turning for probably 30 minutes. I just could not fall back asleep. But I finally did fall back asleep, and it doesn't smell like smoke this morning. So are there acai bowls near here? Or there's not really a thing here?
How do you spell acai bowl?
A-C-A-I.
There is actually a acai place right there. Yes, actually, this is fired. 4.8 stars.
Okay. Is it in English, the title? That's how you know they're trying to cater to
No.
Oh, but it's
So
called
accents. Acai and you.
Okay, acai has an accent inherently. Babe, I don't think a croissant is gonna fill you up either.
No, but if they got like 4 croissants.
Babe. After exploring every inch of the main floor and the basement, we made our way up to the top, where we had one of the best views of Paris from the whole trip. Tall pillars surrounding this observation deck were immense and incredible to see, and this ended up being a highlight of the trip for both of us. That is where we were last night. After walking around for a few hours running on only croissants, we decided to stop at Wild in the Moon for some lunch. And believe it or not, this ended up being one of the best meals I had this whole trip. It was so nice to go to a strictly vegan place and be able to indulge in filling, satiating food. We sat on a park bench and ate our food in the Jardin des Tuileries while we people watched and decompressed before going to our next museum, the Musée de l'Orangerie. Museums never fail to make me feel overwhelmed by emotion. Every time I see a painting, I imagine what the artist might have been thinking as they painted it, and when I gaze at the brush strokes, I picture the way that their hand might have moved to create them. Exhausted and tired from walking in the heat all day, we headed back to the hotel for a quick rest and to change into our clothes for dinner at Les Ombres, a beautiful fine dining restaurant with views of the Eiffel Tower. Although our dishes were a little strange, the highlight of the night was certainly when the Eiffel Tower lit up and began to sparkle. It seriously felt like a dream that I just couldn't wake up from. We just ate dinner and it took so long. It was like a 5-course meal and we were actually not super pleased with it. I
liked it. She didn't.
You did not like it that much. There was a lot of weird things. We were trying to appreciate it our best. But we saw the Eiffel Tower sparkle for the first time and it was amazing. I literally wanted to cry. And now we're just walking around the town. Good morning. It is currently 11:15 because we somehow woke up at 10:40. I've never woken up that late in my life. We kind of went to bed late and didn't feel super tired when it was time to go to bed, so I think we ended up going to bed like 1:30. We also had a really late dinner, so maybe that's why. What's on the agenda for today is we have tickets to the Louvre at, I think it's 12:15. We have very sore calf muscles today. That was the first thing I noticed when I woke up, and a guy thought I was French last night because my French is just that good. Just kidding, it's not like that great, but I have been speaking quite a bit of French. We're all ready to go. I'm wearing this white dress, my little white purse. He's wearing a little yellow shirt, black purse.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
Satchel.
What's that one song? It's not a purse, it's a satchel. No, it's A$AP Rocky with Tyler the Creator.
Oh.
Yeah. Boop. 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 Boop.
Look at the hair, the curls. hours spent walking around looking at paintings and sculptures, we were in need of some refreshments, so we stopped for lunch in the first arrondissement and then spent some time in Luxembourg Gardens to unwind and rest our legs a bit before continuing on with the day. We actually woke up at a reasonable time today, I think. Bless you.
Thank you.
I think 7:30, and today is the day that we're leaving Paris, so we just packed up our whole room. The bad news is I did wake up with a sore throat today. A little bit worried about that. Try not to fixate on it, but I don't think that's a very good sign for me. We are heading to the south of France today. We have to go pick up a rental car, so we're taking an Uber to the airport because that's where our car is going to be from. Before we go, we're going to go walk to get some breakfast. I want to get a tea because, like I said, my throat hurts, but it just took us like 30 minutes to pack up all our stuff.
How did you pack the bar so fast?
I put a bunch of toilet paper around it. I know it's not ideal. We just got our breakfast. I ordered a green tea, but they didn't give us lids. I think that was our first time though not getting lids.
They give us like a paper lid.
They usually give us little paper lids, but I was kind of nervous walking with this full cup of like boiling hot water. Yesterday, what's that for?
A pan au chocolat.
Oh, merci. For a little recap, we started off our day going to the Louvre. It's so cool going to these places that are super, you know, common and popular, and like there's lots of cool things to see, but like I hate going to the touristy places because it's so jam-packed and so busy, and it was almost just like such an unpleasant experience because of how many people were there and how clear it was that they really just like milked everything that they can out of that museum with so many shops and like touristy things, which like I understand needing to do that, but I felt like going to other smaller museums that aren't as crazy like is more pleasant. I don't know, but we really liked the sculptures in, which wing was it of the museum? I don't know, Richelieu or something. We thought the sculptures were so cool. I don't know. And then like you get to the room where the Mona Lisa is, which is what everyone wants to see, which I just kept saying like it's a nice painting, but there were so many paintings that were so beautiful that are not nearly like given the recognition they deserve. So we got into the room and you have to wait in a line, a huge line, so you can go up to the painting and see it. And we were not waiting in the line, so we literally just stuck our phones up over this barricade and like tried taking a video. And there was this girl there was this girl yelling at people who were trying to walk around the barricade and look from the side. I was like, girl, please, we all paid to get in here. I don't think that's like necessary. We did a whole lot of walking yesterday, and we actually never came back to our Airbnb or our hotel in the middle of the day like we usually did. We were just out all day. My phone ended up dying, my camera died. We were just laying in the grass for a while at this park. We went to a few shops, but phone and camera were both dead, so I couldn't even film our dinner. I had one option there, one vegetarian. Okay, I had one appetizer, which was asparagus. It was like $35 asparagus. There was like 5 links of asparagus. I was like, but it was good asparagus. And then mac and cheese. And I was like, mac and cheese. Okay, I know this dairy is gonna give me problems like in my stomach. But then they pulled out the mac and cheese and it did not look like mac and cheese. It was fancy mac and cheese. It had a bunch of peas and asparagus and carrots in it. So I picked out all the vegetables and ate them. And then it had these very weird...
I'm trying to eat.
It had some really weird looking little spiky black things. I was like, what are these? And I was like, c'est quoi? He's like, des champignons. I was like, mushrooms? He was like, yeah, they're like a mushroom here. They're very prized here. I was like, what? So he ate a few of them, but they were real scary looking. I didn't really touch them.
They were yummy.
We did go to Shakespeare & Co., which I wanted to go so bad. There was a line, but I did get my tote bag and I got one book. And it was so cute because they stamp your... They stamp your book and then they gave me a bookmark too. Oh, and we did go to Brandy Melville. It was so busy and it was so hot. We were sweating and I actually had like a mini meltdown in the dressing room because it was so hot and I just felt so uncomfortable. But I got a little pair of pink like satiny shorts that were really cute. But that was the only thing I got. We have been in the south of France for the last week and a half and also in Italy, but today we're back in Paris. Our flight leaves tomorrow. We have one more day, so we are about to go do some shopping on Champs-Élysées parce que we didn't get to do it the first few days. Et nous avons aussi une réservation à Pink Mama aujourd'hui. Seulement 1 heure, mais we have a little bit of time. We just parked and we had to bring our car because we're staying at Palace of Versailles tonight and last night. So we had to drive 30 minutes here. There's our car. And driving in Paris is a little crazy and scary. To finish off our last day in Paris, we walked the streets of the Champs-Élysées to gaze at the Arc de Triomphe and walk through some luxury shops. One place that I knew I wanted to go was ladurée pour some macarons. We chose 6 flavors, including chocolate, pistachio, strawberry cream, and Marie Antoinette. We ventured into Kith, one of my boyfriend's favorite stores, and perused the racks before selecting a few t-shirts for him to commemorate the trip. This Paris trip wouldn't have been complete without a little side venture to Versailles. I found myself enthralled by the architecture, standing in rooms much older than I, pondering the history that might have happened right below my feet. We just got back. It was so beautiful and amazing. And we have a dinner reservation at 7:30. It's 7:20, but our dinner tonight is going to be in the hotel. This is a weird angle because I'm like currently in the window. This hotel is beautiful though. We're staying at the Waldorf Astoria. Can't even kind of fathom that we actually came and did this trip. It's like unreal that I'm even here. It's been such an experience of like culture shock in so many ways. It has been a really cool experience to kind of get a new perspective. I wish I had more time. I don't even feel ready to leave. I don't want this to be a yearly thing where I like go to a new country or a few new countries every year because there's so much to see.